Hello everyone and welcome to Sober Gaming, where we believe video games is the only addiction you will ever need. In this video I'm bringing you Conan Exiles, one of my favorite survival games, and today I'll be going through the Dregs dungeon and killing the boss in 17 seconds. Now get up and grab a glass of water for you to drink during this video because it is healthy for you. Also stick until the end of the video because I told you so. Our journey starts from unnamed city, because the Dregs are actually the ancient sewer system that lies below. The entrance to this dungeon lies deep inside cannibal outpost, inhabitants of which worship the Lord of Empty Abodes, or in other words, Yogg. Basically, if you want to find this dungeon, follow No Brewer West and you should be good. This is probably the easiest dungeon in the entire game. If you've played Conan before, most likely you can complete this as early as level 6, because that's when you get yourself some stone daggers. Make sure to grab a bow and arrows, otherwise you won't be able to complete this dungeon. I'm completing this dungeon at level 60 with OP Thrill and all legendary equipment because I didn't have time to have fun. I had to build my castle first, I had to get thralls, I had to learn the recipes, I had to farm legendary items, I had to complete the game before having fun, okay? Anyhow, you can kill all the villagers before entering the dungeon or just run through them. However, remember to leave a few alive because you must make a blood sacrifice to enter the dungeon. Basically kill one human on top of this circle contraption and it should reveal the Chamber of Secrets. Before doing the sacrifice, I suggest to go on top of the building and activate the obelisk so you'll be able to teleport here in case you want to farm this place. After slaughtering innocent Jimmy that can phase through floors, go down the spiral stairs and watch the loading screen that still tries to sell you the Isle of Sipta, the worst DLC Conan released so far. Upon entering the dungeon, lick the tablet that is on the right hand side to learn a new feat, Dregs. After that, you'll be presented with a flooded room. There will be some holes in the floor with the fire on top. Swimming down them will reward you with a chest and some glowing goop, which might be useful to make pretty torches. This room is filled with albino komodos that can be killed for reptile hide, fangs, feral flesh, and ichor. I suggest killing all of them because they give a lot of XP, especially if you're doing it at level 6. Make your way to the opposite side of the room and press E on the door to open it. If you're on an Xbox or PlayStation, it should be one of the buttons on your controller. I hope that helps. Moving on to a corridor. You cannot climb in any dungeon in Conan Exiles, and you just met Claptrap Nemesis.
Stairs? No!
Get your bow and arrow and shoot a circle above your head to raise the water level and make your way to the next room. Again, press E or one of the buttons on the controller to open the door. The next room is way more challenging than the last one. This time you have to turn left and then shoot an arrow to the circle thing 5 meters further than the last time to raise the water level. This will take a few tries if you're not a pro at this game, so take your time. Now the third level has multiple steps you have to follow. There are 3 trenches in the room, 2 long ones and 1 small one. Entering the room, shoot the circle that is right in front of you. This will raise the water level in trench number 1 that is in front of you. Then swim to the right hand side and shoot an arrow to another circle that activates the water level in trench number 3. Then get inside trench number 2 and make your way to the left until you can climb between trench number 1 and trench number 2. After you make your way there, shoot an arrow to the circle thing to activate the water level in trench number 2. Now swim across trench number 2, and make your way through trench number 3, which should have plenty of water inside. Wow, this was a tough one, and Funcom doesn't want to fry your brain, so the next room is not a riddle, but a good old-fashioned brawl with skeletons. Something to note, when an enemy connects the first hit on you, most of the time they will finish their combo, so try to dodge instead of getting your ass kicked. The next room will present an opportunity to test your marksman skills. Make your way to the left after you enter the room and climb these rocks. Look to the left and you will see a circle in the opposite side of the room. Activating it will raise the level and let you proceed to the boss. Try using a long shot by clicking and holding the right mouse button or some button on your controller if you are playing on Xbox or PlayStation. Next, you will need to climb these rocks. This one is a bit junky, but you will be able to get on top of it after a few tries. I believe in you. Now enter the pipe and you will get to the boss room. There will be 2 skeletons that I suggest you kill first. Also, if you are bringing a thrall with you, ask them not to follow because the boss sits in the acid and thralls tend to jump in there and bathe with the boss, which oftentimes gets them killed. After killing the skeletons, you can cheese hit this boss with bow and arrows, but I suggest running in circles around it. It will try to spit, bite, or vomit on you, which you can block with a shield or just outrun. Finally, when the boss gets dizzy from you running around in circles, it will try to squish you like an ant with its massive body. After it jumps out of its own piss, attack with daggers to make it bleed. I'm using daggers with poison, which makes this boss a joke. After killing this wet noodle, his piss will go away for a short time, so you have to be quick to jump in there and read a book that will give you recipes for abysmal arrows, abysmal dagger, abysmal sword, and reptilian armor in its epic version. Then take your pick, knife or cleaver and dismantle this rotten booger to get abysmal eye, abysmal fang, abysmal flesh, and staff of the triumvirate thing. These resources are used in crafting recipes that you have just learned. To exit the dungeon, press E button on PlayStation or Xbox controller on the cage that was guarded by 2 skeletons. Don't forget your follower, because there have been times I got back to my base to see a very sad face of my companion. Exiting the dungeon will make you suffer by showing your screenshots from Isle of Sipta DLC that you shouldn't buy just yet because it sucks. Instead of wasting your time and money, get up right now and get that glass of water that I told you to drink. This is healthy for you and you know it. This has been my take on Dungeon the Dregs. Please join me next time on Sober Gaming, where I'll post some other Conan Exiles content that might be funny, educational, or neither. Don't forget to subscribe for other fun and useful content, and comment down below if you made me proud by drinking a glass of water or embarrassed yourself by failing to do something that is good for yourself.